Well, there we go. I'm in again. Game Time Brian is back. Sorry about the internet. I'm going to have to take Ultra Cowboys advice and just go get Starlink for myself. This is crazy because we literally have the best possible internet here, and it's nothing but shit 95% of the time. It literally is. So I apologize for everybody. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks, Vinny. Well, when I can get a chance to get those guys on, I love those guys. They're my favorite content creators. So I'm just being honest. I've told Pizzle, I think he's hysterical. I like Cop Pizzle. So he's not everybody's cup of tea. I like him. Hey, Asia, I could actually talk to you guys now. So hopefully you guys can hear me good. Jimbo, what's up, brother? Great stream. That's the thing, Jimbo. That's what I'm trying to do. We poke fun, but we're all looking up at the birds, dude. That's just a fact, man. It is what it is. There's no hate involved. Some of you Eagle fans hate, but hold on a sec. There's no hate for me. There's football hate, but there's no actual hate, But Arturo's in here. We got CZ. Chris May, my guy, that dude Rolo. What's going on, man? Thank you. I appreciate it.
What's going on, Asia?
Crowley, what's up, brother? Oscar Perini, Vinny Hagan, my guy. Asia Robertson. Thank you, Asia, for always being here. You're awesome. Bobby Murphy. What's up, bro? Fly Parks. We're all looking up at you. Just take it as a badge of honor that we talk shit. It's only football. Just remember that. At the end of the day, it's football. We got a game here. We got the Ravens and we got the Chargers. I never changed my pick. I think I got the Ravens. I went on a limb tonight. Vinny, I'll always be that way. I don't know that it'll cost me views, maybe, because I don't stand up on the table and say Eagles suck or Giants suck or I try and keep it level-headed, but I try and make it. I know Vinny likes my morning drive video. I try and be funny when I can. I don't know everything. That's the thing. That's somebody else can tell you they know it all. I sure as hell don't. But what's up, Loyal? How are you, brother?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. Just running like everything else. But I think I'm gonna have to try. Like my wife was telling me, I might have to try and get Starlink just for me, and it's like $100 and some a month. But this is I'm telling you, man, we keep going through routers, and it's like the same thing. It'll be excellent condition, and then all of a sudden it's a shit show. What's up, big dog?
I thought Starlink was like a cell service or something.
I don't know what we live out in the middle of nowhere, and I don't have fiber. They don't offer it out here. So it's all the lines out on the pole, and it's like there's always something. My wife has a business. Like, it just went bad right now. Nothing I could do about it. She works from home, has all the computers. And it sucks. I know it's cutting out, Vinny, and I got the highest possible business internet you could have. It sucks. So, very frustrating when you have people on and it's like that. And then all of a sudden it'll be good. It'll go from this to excellent. So I apologize. I got to really work on this. So it is what it is. So who do we like tonight? I'm going to add
Baltimore.
I picked Baltimore, but they're both good though.
Yeah, Big Brother probably win tonight. He's got more experience.
Hello, guys.
Did y'all just hear that Daniel Jones Raiders are considering signing Danny Dimes as backup?
Well,
I ain't surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to go with Big Brother tonight.
I don't think Daniel Jones is that bad of a quarterback, honestly. He's had nothing to work with. I mean, come on. For 5 years, they haven't had receivers worth a damn. Now, I mean, they have one good one now, but they don't have that much.
You know what they say, coaches matter.
You're right. You're exactly right.
You get him with
they were praising offensive line. Sorry, go ahead.
You get him with a hellified offensive coordinator and a hellified defensive coach, a hell of an OC and a hell of a quarterback coach.
I'll find it tomorrow.
He'll be a different player.
Yeah, Oscar, we do have a young offensive line. I mean, if anything, you'll give them some experience this year. I mean, maybe by the end of the year, they can get to a point where they're pretty good, and then we can focus on something else in the draft.
Well, I'm
But
hoping.
we still got to look for Zach Martin's replacement.
Yeah, I agree there, but we're gonna need some defensive tackles.
Yes.
I mean, that's got to be they need to go out and either trade for an excellent one or go out and get one. They've got to do
Yep.
something. They
Do
can't
something in
just,
the free agency, which they
yeah,
never
that's what I'm
do.
saying. That's exactly what I'm
And
saying.
not just a cheap fix. I mean,
Yeah,
draw
they
it, go
can't
get
go
somebody.
bargain basement on something like that. You can't just you can't go after players nobody else wants.
Nope.
Touchdown Chargers.
Touchdown Chargers.
Super
Just a little.
Chargers. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to stop being so cheap, man.
They do. If he doesn't realize that this year,
Thanks,
if he
Logan. I
doesn't
saw
go
you,
out-
brother.
yeah, honestly, if he doesn't go out in free agency this year and get some players, the people are going to stop buying tickets. They're going to, because he can't expect people to pay money to have this kind of a product right now. You can't.
Mm-mm.
Not when they're the most watched football team in the world.
That's the thing. And people hate it, don't understand why. Well, it's because, Mark Holmes tells it. Nobody likes to hear the story, but, they did things early in their, everybody wants to take them off of Thanksgiving, okay? And I understand what you're saying, but they're the only team who said, no. We'll play on Thanksgiving when nobody wanted to play on holidays, when football
right.
was nowhere near the juggernaut that it is now. They said, we'll do it under one condition. We always do it. And they made the deal. Sorry, that's the deal you made. I got news for you. You either, the beauty about the Cowboys is people love to watch them win, or probably more people love to watch them lose. So they're not going anywhere. And
they're not.
It's frustrating for people. Why did everybody love the Cowboys? I don't know, man. That's just the way it is. Most young kids don't like the Cowboys. So maybe that'll change. It may change. But I know,
Glimmerman says, "What's up, y'all? What do we watch Sunday?" Glimmerman, we just watched the overrated Washington team. Obviously, everybody praised them high, and it showed that this Sunday they're nowhere near as good as everybody advertised them to be.
Brian,
yes.
Did you see that 45-minute rant Rio did yesterday
I
after
did
the
not.
game?
I had
That
to go
was
back
funny.
and watch it.
That
was funny.
I don't watch his stuff anymore for personal reasons, but I will go check that out.
It's on Mark's page. He lost it. It was funny. It was very comical. And you couldn't blame him.
Yeah.
Everything he said was right about the Washington Commanders. Everything he said was right.
Oh, this was supposed to be their homecoming. We were down on our ass, and yeah, they didn't get humiliated. I mean, they lost though, but there was some special team. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that they just didn't get done.
He
And
said
the credit to our defense, as banged up as they were,
Bang,
Golson's, all those guys, they, for whatever reason, I maybe they just felt like they wanted to show Dan Quinn that just because he's gone, we could still play. Maybe that was fire under him. You know what I mean? Maybe they felt like, okay.
I don't think we're as bad as people think we are. We have a
We're
lot
not.
of people
We're
hurt.
just hurt. We're banged up.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
you put 5 good players, 2 or 3 on defense, and a receiver and an excellent running back, and maybe a lineman on offense. This team is automatically right there again.
Hey, Randy.
I mean, we're not a Super Bowl team by any means, but we got the good players. We just don't have the right coaches, the right energy, culture.
And we need the right coach. The right coach.
And you're right. Me and like I told you, me and my brother was talking about it the other night, and he's a 49er fan. And he told me, he said, man, I can't talk about you because, man, we both are going through the same situation. And I told him, I said, yeah, we're two teams playing in traffic right now. We're
But
playing
they're a
in
team
traffic.
they got a good coach though. We don't. I mean, I'm not saying McCarthy's bad,
Yeah.
but it's just Jerry
But
Jones.
hell,
But they got a lot of injuries like we do.
but hell,
Yeah.
but hell, what's the name? What's the name? His job is on the line too. If you think about it.
Yeah,
Oh, he's
that
been to the
job is
Super
on
Bowl
the
twice and hasn't won. So yeah, that's
What's
you
that?
know, you
prime
done been to
time,
the Super
Phil?
Bowl twice. You
Give
done
me
been
the
to the Super
49ers,
Bowl
Chuck.
twice. You done been to the Super Bowl twice, and I been to the conference championship, where you lost to the conference championship to Philadelphia.
Asia. Asia, we're all here for you, sweetie. I mean, I know it's tough, but if you ever need to talk, just reach out. GameTimeBrian@gmail.com. I hate to see people depressed. Life sucks sometimes, Asia. Really does.
yes.
It really does.
Definitely gets better.
Yeah, we're thinking of you, Aisha. That's why I'm glad you've been showing up here because I hadn't seen you in a while on Mark's stream and all. But primetime Phil, bro, how you doing? How was the wedding? How was all the festivities?
I had a blast, man.
Were you the best man? You were the best man, right?
I was the best man.
So what was the toast like?
It's funny because I asked my little brother a couple months ago. I said, "So, is there going to be speeches? Are we going to have to expect it to give speeches?" He goes, "No, just if people want to talk, they can kind of talk."
Speech.
And so it was like the day of when his wife was like, "Yeah, so there's going to be this point, and then everybody's going to give their speeches. The maid of honor, then the best man." And I looked over at my little brother, and he's just like, and I'm like. And so I had to just wing it. And it was kind of funny because when they were saying it, they're like, okay, so Phil's going to speak last. So we're going to make sure that Phil speaks last so nobody speaks behind him. And then, of course, the DJ goes, okay, so the first one is going to speak is going to be the best man. And then, and then I winged it, and I got compliments. I got a lot of people that came up to me and said that they loved it, but, they could be just pulling my chain.
But
going,
you think, I would imagine that you doing YouTube and speaking in front of
I don't feel nervous in there.
Well, you're probably better in that setting than I would be right off the bat. I was proud of Mark when we went to Dallas. Mark, I don't think I don't know, he probably said it, but Mark was never a good speaker, and he always had stage fright. So he had to get up at Stuart Morrison's memorial. It was at a restaurant / it was like an indoor, outdoor. It was a really nice place. And Mark, went up on stage, and it was like an open mic. It was like a dark. It looked like you were like we were when we watched Wade, sing.
Like karaoke.
Yeah, but it was like an open mic. They had flour. It was very nice. It was all Stewart's friends and relatives and whatever. Mark went up and talked for a good 10, 15 minutes off the top, and I was very proud of him because it's not the easiest thing to do. I think I could do it better now, but I'm sure as hell it wouldn't be good.
Well, by this point in the
you were
time, I
hammered. Oh wait,
no. Well, I mean, Jello shots. We were shooting guns early in the morning. We were we were taking
bang,
Jello
bang.
shots. We were doing like a whole bunch of stuff. So it was like, trust me, by that point it didn't matter. But also I think by that point I had already kind of just with the wedding itself and some of the funny moments that had happened. It just kind of expected it, thing. So it just made it a lot easier. It kind of felt like, because everybody, it's on her side, their side. So it's like, I didn't really feel like there were strangers there.
Yeah.
And then we danced like crazy, man. Dance. And the temperature was like
sore
30
the
something
next
degrees.
day.
Oh, I am still sore in my legs, man. I was walking up the stairs and I just gave out one of them.
You can feel it. It's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie.
Oh, we did some boogie woogie. Oh yeah, definitely. I definitely electric slide, all those things.
The
Chicken
electric
dances.
slide. Yeah, I have my
Congo
oldest is
line.
getting married in September. Next September. So that'll be my first real. It's been a while since I've been to a wedding. You go to weddings, but it's been years since I've been to a good wedding. Now my son's getting married, so it'll be interesting.
Yeah. I gotta give my wife credit for our wedding because she put everything together, and it was freaking awesome.
Yeah. Like if I know,
I hate wearing tuxedos.
You
I'll
stop
never
paying
do that
attention
again.
What's that? I thought you were talking to me, Randy.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. Loyal,
Brian, you ain't gonna cry on us, are you?
no, I won't cry, but I bet you Loyal was crying.
Crying about what?
You
Brian,
were
you're
you were
crying.
crying when you were saying your vows, weren't you, honey?
No, not really. I
I'll
was
be
just
there.
chilling and
I'll be there through thick and thin. You know. So anyway, yeah.
I remember when I went through mine, I was nervous as hell, man.
it was
Yeah.
a beautiful venue though, man. I mean, it couldn't have been perfect. It was like a
There you
small
go.
town
Look
outside
at
of where I
him.
grew up, and there was some kind of tree. I forgot what it was, man, but I never seen the tree before. It was a pretty tree. It was just
Very
nice.
cool. Very cool. So he's like my height.
Yeah, basically.
Good.
you guys,
Look, you
I was
towering
showing-
over him.
I don't know if you guys see it, but
Oh, here. Oh, yeah. There you go.
Oh
Look at-
yeah,
Look
okay.
at Phil all G'd up.
I can't.
Okay.
There it is.
Dude, you were wearing the Jerry Jones suit.
Oh yeah, that's right. the special. The special.
Emotional.
Did I get the Jerry Jones special?
There it was. Glory hole.
But so Phil, since we got you, what's your opinion of what happened yesterday, man?
So, I am happy about what happened yesterday.
You
know
are?
why?
Wow.
I
thought
want
for
a
sure
team-
you'd be like, God, they suck for
No,
winning. And
no,
I'm like,
no, man. Of course, I want a great draft pick. I want that record when it's draft time, May, April, whatever the hell
Yeah,
time it
I'm
is.
glad
and stuff
you
like that. That's
said
when I
that.
want that
That
record.
makes
But
me
as of
feel
right
better.
now, I do not want a team with a losing mentality. I don't want a team that wants to go out there and just tank it and do whatever that stuff. So I want that losing mentality rolls over until the next following year. You can't shake it once you have it. So no, I don't want that. And guess what? Washington fans were just talking for a team that, guess what? They're gonna have an amazing offseason this upcoming season, and they're gonna continue building and stuff like that. So it's gonna be good for them. But man, you're getting way too big on your head and everything. And there's just a little prop back down to earth that says, even with your record, you're still the
Thanks,
third best
Drew.
team in this division. But hey, you're going to be in the playoffs compared to us. So congratulations, enjoy
Yeah.
that, and quit getting a big head. Because guess what? Maybe the next one you win, but that doesn't mean anything. I like it because guess what? When we have conversations with these Washington fans in 2 years, beating them now is going to add to the record of talking shit to them
well,
later.
listen, Phil, they beat the Giants and they're storming the castle at whatever. It used to be FedEx Field.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell it's called now. And all they're saying is, we
we
want,
want
Dallas.
Yeah,
We want Dallas.
We want
And I-
Dallas
Did you
to
see
stop
that
beating
woman
us.
crying?
And
Oh
I'm
my God, they
saying,
had it on camera.
we
She
are
was
in
like,
their head, Loyal. We are so much in their head, and we are a bad football team.
Yes, we
Drew,
are.
and some of
we
their
are
fans,
a
man, you
bad
know what?
football team, yet we still beat the Commanders. The
You know, I
Eagles
lost respect.
exposed them. And real
I
quick,
lo-
before we continue this, Drew and Aisha need to hook up because Drew can help you. Drew can definitely help you. He does that sort of thing, Aisha. You should really link up with Drew. So, he tried to help Brad, but sometimes people want to have to get help. So again, just reach out to Drew, or if you need Drew's contact information, Aisha, email me at Game Time. I'm going to put my email in here now, and just email me, and I'll give him your information or whatever, and he could definitely help you, Aisha. But anyway, let's get back to it. I mean, we are not a good football team, but I can't root against my team, guys. I know Loyal was upset, and Chris was like, "What are we doing?" Yeah, I want a high pick, but
But let's be real. Like, with a performance like that, are you more willing to bring Cooper Rush back, like as a backup?
Yeah, because
No,
I'm gonna tell you something. By early December, by the end of early December, we may be at 500 if you think about it.
well,
I'm hoping not, but it's still,
Yeah,
I don't want to see my team lose. But
slow down a little bit.
I'm
No,
not
I
saying that it's
know.
gonna happen. I'm not saying that it's gonna happen. I'm saying that there's a possibility.
I ain't gonna say all that, but the reason why I feel good is because you remember last year when Mark was at the game and you had that idiot that sucker punched that dude. That was those type of fans. I'm just like,
yeah, there's always
I was at
no matter
that
what.
game. That was last year.
I mean,
man.
and that dude did sucker punch him for no reason, man. I mean, that's
Well,
just dumb.
Lloyd,
I mean, I
Dumbasses
think
like
that
that.
Thomas is right. That's the scary part. But
Yeah,
I just don't want to lose to the Commanders. Okay, that's really the last of it. And I would like to win on Thursday for Thanksgiving. I don't want to lose to Tommy Cutlets. Think about what you're asking. You guys have to remember something. These players it's not a 4-month season. It ain't just September, October, November, December, January, and then maybe February. Yeah, a 5-month season. This is basically an 11 and a half month season. They take about 2 weeks off, and then they get right back in the gym. These are hard games to win in the NFL, okay? It's very hard to win in the NFL, let alone your division rival. And the Eagle fans, they have become our rival, I think, more lately, but Washington Redskins football team, Commanders have always been our number one rivalry. Why do you think they're screaming, "We want Dallas"? This goes back a long way. It's personal with us. Problem is, and this is what I've been saying, I've been disheartened because I want to be good with the Eagles, with the Giants, with Washington, because to me, that's exciting football. When we got to go into the scary Meadowlands back in the day, or we had to go into the Vet, or we had to go into RFK where it was a Thunderdome. That's what it seemed like. That's what was fun to me. Having the New York Giants stink and Washington stink and us be, let's face it, we are good, but we can't win when it counts. It's frustrating, right? So why can't we win a couple games? That's all I was saying. Let us win a couple games.
Well, it says something for the players that exist on the team right now that, hey, we went out, we beat a division opponent. And to be honest with you, if you really watched that game, it wasn't as close as it should have been.
No, you're right. You're right.
And so when you win a game like that, hey, I'm a Cowboy fan. I've been a Cowboy fan since 1965. That'll tell you how old I am. And the last thing I want to do is see them lose all the time. You wait all year for this season to come around, and then all of a sudden, not even halfway into the season, your team is 2-7, 3-7. It's no fun.
Yeah. See, I'm with you. Like, I'm definitely with that green. Like, in the sense, I want to win, but this year as well too, as Cowboy fans. It's okay if you lose, because now you're thinking positively in that sense. What Game Time and I were like, weeks and weeks ago, where we were saying, hey man, this is not a bad trajectory, because we all know when you really break it down, each position, for the most part, let's say running back, defensive tackle, you have almost a Pro Bowler in each position. So, that's a great building piece right there. And so if you're walking and able to hit switches and get over $100 million and for free agency this upcoming offseason, man, that puts you in a great position. Obviously,
but Jerry's got to spin, though. He's got to spin.
Yeah, well, I think even, I know people say this, but as the fans' reaction, that attendance reaction, everybody not showing up, all this stuff that's happening this year is definitely got to be something that's stinging him in the ass to do something. Yeah. I would think that if anything that the fans have done, training camp, think of all that stuff that this year has happened that has not happened for the Cowboys. It's got to wake him up a little bit.
Well, I can tell you this, in the 90s, I went to training camps quite often. And they were so packed.
They were in Texas then, right?
Yeah, it was in Austin.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you something. They were so packed, you could hardly – it was just backed up like crazy. And this year, it was like a desert out there. There wasn't nobody hardly there. It was empty. So that should tell Jerry right away, hey, you got to change your ways. If you don't change your ways, we're not coming back out.
He went through all those, how they say that you go through all the, emotions and stuff when you're going through these dealing with stuff. He did. There was a denial there. He talked, oh, well, people coming, whatever he wanted to say, there was denial. As he went into the season, he still continued, he knows, oh, we got these two main guys. Yeah, that's great. But, you were too focused on these two main guys. You didn't talk to anybody else, and these guys were willing to do something. Derrick Henry. Oh, well, Derrick Henry wouldn't be an all-pro and doing what he's doing now. Well, we don't need him to do what he's doing now. We need him to do something on this team that's not being done.
Exactly.
And so I think with that, he's seeing all these things that he's passed on are actually doing great. What's another thing that he just recently passed on? that's almost an all-pro. We had this
a
off
wide
season
receiver.
wide
He would
receiver. What
pass
was there was somebody that they were talking about. I can't other than Derrick Henry. There was another person that was happening in all-pro.
Oh heck! I'm with you. I forget who it was.
Bobby Wagner.
Maybe Bobby Wagner. That could be another one as well too. But he's doing pretty good. Yeah.
Yep. And you know what's so sad about all of this? Jerry could have signed all of these players who we're mentioning, and he could have at least signed at least two or three of our players that left in free agency, and still had enough money to sign Dak and CD, which he did.
I mean, I saw some flashes yesterday.
Jerry full of shit, man.
You're right. He is. He didn't want to sign players early, and it cost him late.
And you know
Thomas,
what?
You're gonna have to.
Thomas, you're ricocheting.
Like you're ricocheting, bro.
What you mean I'm ricocheting?
Like the audio is coming back into the mic that's coming out of your phone.
Yeah, just mute the audio.
Oh, okay.
I
And
just
then-
hope, I hope he gets an offensive lineman in free agency and maybe a wide receiver, a nice wide receiver in the draft, and a defensive tackle in free agency. If he does that, then he can do anything he wants in the draft. But we'll see.
I mean, yeah, exactly. If you go out and get offensive linemen like a tackle or whatever like that.
Yeah.
You have some great guards. I mean, we've gone through it. I thought Brock Hoffman did an amazing job yesterday. And again, this is a Washington team that has defensive tackles. So I mean, it's not. I mean, Dan Quinn walked into that situation already kind of with something that we don't have here. I wish we had like a Bobby Wagner, but Kendricks has been doing really, really well. I'm not saying he's anything, but I'm right with you, Randy. Where in the sense, if we go out and we actually on those bigger pieces, we actually spend the money there and then draft those flashy things like that, because there's usually plenty of those in the draft.
Yeah.
I love that strategy.
I just wish Jerry Jones would, back up what we're saying. And I think you might be right. I think this year, of all years, attendance is down. There's a lot of empty seats, and there's the game before last when we played at home. It looked like there were more Texan fans than there were Cowboy fans.
I was kind of hoping that was going to be the case. Honestly, I was
Me
really
too.
hoping, because there's two things. I mean, not only does it get Jerry's attention, but let's be real, this team plays better on the road.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was good to see him win yesterday. I ain't gonna lie.
It was interesting. Some of those pictures are like that Wanye onside kick thing. That was crazy.
Well, and where did Butler come from? He
love
played
that,
pretty
man.
well.
Good for
He
him,
played
man.
well.
If you really look at his career, he's kind of like just really pushed past some like a lot of obstacles in his way. So the fact that he can do that, man, great for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think Butler back up what's the name? I think he's his backup. Cornerback that was out. Diggs. I think he's Trayvon's backup.
He had to be, because he was the only one that was in there that wasn't in there before.
He had a hell of a game yesterday.
It was just nice to see the defense slow the run down.
Yeah, I don't think that's pass interference. It wasn't catchable. Oh, I forgot it's the brothers against each other. Holy crap. Yeah, I forgot that it was the hard bowls.
Curtis, loyal. Can the Buckeyes win the national title? Who do you think they'll face? I don't know. It's going to be the way the college playoffs is set up is weird, because right now, even though Oregon's 1 and Ohio State's 2, Ohio State's got like the 5th seed in the playoffs, which is weird. They got Boise State and somebody else has a bye. Boise State, Oregon, Miami. I'm like, how the hell does Miami get a bye?
I think it's Penn State.
Texas don't have a bye?
Texas, that's who it is.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Texas.
Boise State and Miami have bye weeks in the playoffs.
Boise State has a bye week?
Yeah. They got Ohio State playing BYU. Well, that's if it was going to end today, but it's going to change.
It's going to be nice to see all these nice college games at in December.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this weekend coming up is going to decide. It's going to decide the whole enchilada. It's going to decide on how that bracket is going to be set up. I expect I expect an upset or two this weekend coming up because you got Texas A&M playing Texas. That's always a rough game for both teams, and you got Ohio State and Michigan. Ohio State should win that with no problem.
Michigan has a good defense, though.
Yeah,
A real good defense.
The one thing that could hurt Ohio State is this may be their trap game, if that makes any sense. I mean,
yeah, because they're already, Big Ten championship setting up to be Ohio State and Oregon. So, I mean, it could be, and they're rivals, so they always play.
They look good this week, though. I won't say that. Ohio State looked real good this weekend.
Yeah, I think Indiana didn't really play. I mean, I'm not saying Indiana's a bad team, but they haven't really played anybody ranked. And I think they finally got brought down to earth.
It was nice to see Oklahoma kick the shit out of Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama's eliminated now, aren't they?
Yeah, I think so, because they got 3 losses. I think so.
Yeah.
I didn't realize the Cowboys played the Bengals on Monday night.
Yeah.
That's another winnable game, I believe, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm just.
I think
I'm kind of here. I mean, I want them to get a good draft pick. That's all. I mean,
I know. I hear you.
I already accepted the fact we're not going to get in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I already know that, historically Jerry Jones and them are horrible in free agency. So.
Well, I heard yesterday that they were talking about Cliff Kingsbury being the coach. God, I hope not. I hope not. I mean, come on, Jerry. Don't do retreads. Go after the guy from Detroit.
Honestly,
Brown.
you guys are okay.
I don't know.
Thomas,
I don't know if the guy from Detroit is gonna get the job because he gonna want 15 to 20 million. I think it's gonna be. If you ask me, I think it's gonna be Mike Vrabel. I really do.
You might be right.
I mean, he's in the Browns. He's already a consultant for the Browns, and
Thomas, I'm
thinking the Browns are looking like their coach might be on the hot seat, so he might take over for him.
I don't think he's on the hot seat with what's going on up there with them injuries and stuff. I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to, say anything stupid or nothing, but Miami had some key players that's that's on IR. What's the name they get back into recently? What's the name is out for the year?
Who's that?
They traded Cleveland. They traded Amari Cooper. That's a third of their offense right there. That's gone.
A lot of injuries this year.
Yeah,
man.
hold up, Loyal.
There's a lot of
Thomas, when you're done talking, you have to mute it.
Oh, my fault. That was my fault.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to be mean, but you could talk. It's just when you're done talking, just mute it.
No, that was my fault.
Because I hear
we
it
were talking
now.
about Cleveland and everything, and I forgot to mute myself.
Yeah, because we can hear it.
That was on me.
It's a nice jersey, Phil.
Thank you, man.
I like
A
it.
great man gave it to me.
Yeah, that's his college number, everybody, and his name on the back. He's the man.
I got you. Never mind, I'm sorry.
What's up, Chris? How you doing? You look like you're on the mushrooms again with that avatar, just kind of floating in the wind. The mushrooms.
I took a pill in the bees.
Popping pillies. Pills are good.
Munching on Cheez-Its. Smoking some greens. I'm good.
Don't forget to smoke your greens.
Hey, you guys.
So,
Oh, yeah,
are
make
you
sure
back
you
to
eat
work,
greens.
Phil?
Yep, I went right back. I mean, I drove 6 or so hours, 7 hours.
It's a
And
whirlwind
right
for
back.
you. It's been a whirlwind for you this last month.
It has, man. This should be calming down. But when I came back, my AC wasn't working.
Again?
Oh, man.
Yes. And so I called them back out. They did everything and repaired it. They didn't charge me anything
Well,
because
they
they
shouldn't.
just
It
came
was
out
just
like
installed.
5 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they left. An hour later, it was not working again. So they come back
I
out.
like
It's like it was-
Malachi Starks, by the way, Ultra. I'm listening to
Curtis,
yeah.
the weather is beautiful here, man. I say it's cool, because it gets down to like 60s and stuff
Yeah,
like
that's
that. So it's
perfect
nice.
at night. It's hoodie weather. A little shorts and hoodie action.
Yes.
I love
But when
it.
I was up there, man, in Georgia, we had like 30s, and I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, man. It was
I
like
dressed
Detroit
for
all over
cold
again.
weather, but I didn't dress for cold weather,
Yeah. Well, it was cold, especially where we were. It was like a wind tunnel. So,
Yeah, I had a cousin that got married outside in Georgia a few years ago, and it was freezing. And it was matter of fact, it was Thanksgiving. It's around this time.
Well, during the wedding thing, it was like perfect. It was just like it was in a church, and then obviously we did everything. He even had like fireworks afterwards, and it was an amazing time.
Yeah.
Man. I had a blast. I even had I had the whole church laughing at this thing because the maid of honor at this point in the wedding kind of like they were kind of pointing at her to like fluff up the the bride. You know how they do the little mane, like fluff it out.
yeah.
Gotta make it look good. So she goes out there and she does her thing. And she goes to start walking away, and I had said to the little brother, I said, hey man, I should run out there and just like dust Jay off, And he's like, yeah, do it. And so as soon as she did it like this, I ran out there and I just kind of looked at her and I just went, and I went back like that, and the whole place just started cracking, and they couldn't stop laughing. It was one of those nice little perfect moments, and the priest continued to start talking. People were still, so I was like, all right. And if I get I swear, if I got somebody with some snot coming out of their nose in the middle of this, I think I did really well. So.
That's funny.
So Oregon quarterback goes back to pass. We got a couple of Oregon quarterbacks in the league now.
Yeah,
Whoop, whoop.
I forgot. It's right, Herbert.
We're gonna have another one. Because they're going to go after Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I don't know if he's worthy, but, I think he's another Tua Hurts thing.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he's amazing, but
Yeah, Bo Nick should win Rookie of the Year this year. No, Jalen Daniels. I'm sorry, but Bo Nix is having a good rookie year though.
yeah, I put Jalen Daniels.
Kind of got.
Then you have at least the Chargers office is kind of opening it up a little bit because even their receiver that wasn't doing really anything last year is actually doing some stuff this year.
That's the difference between good and bad head coaches.
Mm-hmm. Got a running game and everything. They're like, what?
I'm actually
Did he get it?
surprised.
Oh,
Yeah, you're a little
they ain't
ahead of
marking
me.
it. Oh, sorry, 4th and 1.
He got it. Barely.
Like everything, Thomas is ahead of us.
Yeah.
Who do the guys want the Cowboys to go after in the draft? I would like to get Carter out of Penn State, but who are y'all looking at?
Running back.
Genty?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind Genty from Boise.
It just depends on what we're after.
I gotta mute him. Thomas, I've never heard it that bad before. I don't know why it's doing it.
Try logging out and logging back in. See if that does it.
Yeah, Thomas, listen to Phil. He knows what he's talking about.
Try to do that.
It's never been that bad before, Thomas. I don't understand why.
All right, I'm gonna leave and then come back.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Because it's bad.
Got all this AI going
like when you
on
start
right
talking,
now,
you
maybe
hear
they're
yourself and you
trying to-
stop kind of like talking.
Yeah, it's
You're
fucking.
like, do I
I
sound
keep
like
muting
that?
him,
Like,
man. He's gonna get pissed. Fucking muting him left and right.
exactly.
Sorry, bro.
I didn't know he even wants me to talk. He just keeps muting me.
Fucking guy. Oh, but I was kind of surprised at what Chargers are doing. They're just dominating right now. Not on the scoreboard as much, but look at that. That's a laser. Should have been caught. But so yeah,
Talking about Ultra, man, that's when he opened up. That's when he actually got to be a quarterback. Is when if he would have just stayed at Auburn, there's no way he would have been what he's at right now.
he's
So like
man,
he
he's
had that
crapping on
going
your
out,
alma mater.
going out of high school. So you better recognize over there, down there in Puerto
here we
Rico,
go.
talk about
Cowboys need
Oregon
to.
football and shit. Might as well talk about Alaska football too while you're at it.
Here we go. Cowboys need the tank. Mr. Negative. There he is.
Tired of this shit.
Come on, man. Dallas.
When I need the Cowboys to do something, when I need
So-
the Cowboys to do something for me, they don't do it.
So what I need them to do in the first round is to trade back, get some value for the next coming years, get some first rounds so we can do some stuff later on, and then still pick up some value, hopefully in the mid. You know, if you are picking up into the top 5 to 6, 8, or whatever,
That's what I
you're
was
trading
wanting,
back
Bill.
into 12 or so. You're still getting value there, and you're getting something for the future.
That's what I was
I agree
wanting,
with
Bill.
you. I agree
Drop
with you.
3, and maybe a team calls up straight up for a quarterback, and we're in the best position. Trade back.
Yep.
You know, but I don't want us to get out of the top 10. You know, I mean, I like us to
No,
still
I
be in.
agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, you still get the 5th-year option if you're still in the first round. I mean, we got Micah at 12. Just saying. You can get value.
You know, I'm the guy, the running back, and then the big mission defensive tackle. Those are my 2 guys I want. That running back that everyone's been raving about.
Yeah, I mean, Genty, he just runs. He runs high. I mean, I like him. I would love him. I was talking about him early. Brian was just like, "Who?" I was just like, "Trust me, man. Just go look." But again, if he ends up going, I'm not, all hurt about it because honestly, there is a lot of value in running back this year.
Get to that, get the big defensive tackle from Michigan. Everyone's pulling that because of Mozzie Smith.
Ultra Cowboy. So we talking about reggaeton?
I still think we can get up near. I'd be happy if we can get anywhere from the 5 to 9 range. That would be fine. That would put you in a Mason Graham. That would put you in a. I'm looking at some mock drafts. They got Abdul Carter going 5 to the Panthers.
Ultra is just mad because there's no Puerto Rico state going in here. So, like, you got to bash on every other state.
Yeah, some of the drafts have Genty going around 15 to 20.
Yeah, Genty will be there for us. Genty's not
I don't
going
know,
top
man.
10.
I don't know. I think he goes top 10. I think he goes top. He could go top 5, depending on
I'm
if the
looking at
quarterbacks aren't.
Yeah,
the
well,
rush.
I mean, it's early yet, but you figure you have your quarterbacks always are elevated. You got Travis. I'm looking at today's Pro Football Focus mock, and they got Jaguars. Here, I'll share my picture so you guys can see. It's just a preliminary, but just to give you an idea of what some of these people who focus in on it. They got Travis Hunter going 1 to Jacksonville. They got Giants taking Shedeur Sanders, which a lot of people like Cam Ward, so it'll be interesting. Las Vegas takes the other one, so it doesn't really matter. They go with Cam Ward, and then you got.
I'm not surprised.
I think
I'm not proud
I
of
think
that.
Ward over Sanders.
It's
definitely.
better, Thomas. So it's
Yeah.
good. You fixed it, brother. T. McMillan, and T. Mac out of Arizona goes 4. Abdul Carter, Carolina Panthers.
Oh, God dang it, man!
I
They need
know.
a quarterback. They need to try to get a quarterback.
I know. Well, they might be able to go with Milroe, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's early yet in the process.
Now,
Will
Milroe's
Johnson
a
out of
sophomore.
Michigan.
Yeah, Milroe's a sophomore.
Milroe to the Jets. They got a going. Cleveland Brown at number 8 gets Mason Graham, who I really like, but
That would
I
actually
don't.
be a hell of a combination right there. What Ultra's saying.
Yeah.
Burrow with Genty. That would be
Yes.
good.
Who?
Cleveland
Who?
been fine quarterback.
Dan Brugler. Oh.
And then you got the edge for the Saints, Luther Burden, 10. Dallas, they got at number 11, taking Ashton Genty. Had Mason Graham still been available here, I would have prioritized him over Genty. So, again, I'm not here to tell you I want them to win out. That's just Malachi Starks. They have going 13 to Indianapolis. I love that the University of Texas, where's he at here?
Tackle.
Oh, the tackle Banks.
Yes, Kelvin Banks Jr.
I think like mid round to later.
He's
going to
play
he's
guard
worthy of
and be
that.
an absolute stud. Absolute
He could-
stud.
He could fit right there where
Zach Martin.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's top 10 worthy, but if you're picking him at 12, 13, all that, yes, then boom,
See,
you got some
everybody's getting
great
caught
value
up
there.
in we have to have this guy or that guy. That's not how the draft works. Especially after you get out of the first round, you need to have a group of guys in each, you know what I mean? So
look at the group of running backs that was last year. Look how many of them are playing well this year. And this year's class is just as good.
No, Ultra. I don't want him in the first round. I'm just saying that would be great.
So the Cowboys need to fix the offense and defensive line.
I don't.
That should be the main priority.
Not this year.
I agree with you. Offense and defensive lines.
But
I would say usually I'm an offense
in the first round.
Yeah, offensive line usually a big thing for me in the first round, but I'm not about it that this year. There's a lot more value in the defensive line, for example. Rushers like Carter. I love Carter. I think he would be a great addition. It's just a certain thing. I think by that point you're picking best player available, and I love that strategy. So go out and get people in free agency, so you can pick your best variant. That's how we got CD Lamb, man. Let's be real.
Well, Tennessee's rebuilding. Why can't we go out and get Jeffrey Simmons from them?
See, that's where there you go. Now we're talking. Everybody's talking about, we really need Mason Graham. If you go out and get just hear me out, people. If you go out and make a trade and you get a Simmons or a Vita Vea, I know Vita's older, always be banged up.
I love a Vita Vea, man.
If you can go out and give me one of those, this is why we always say draft and free agency work hand in hand. Let's take some of these needs off the table. Go out and get yourself a defensive tackle stud. Let's go get one. Let's go get Simmons.
Oh, he dropped it.
No, he dropped it. So that's what I'm talking about. Then that opens up to take Emeka Egbuka,
Bond or somebody like that.
Whoever, Malachi Starks, safety out of Georgia. Yeah, I know nobody wants safety in the first round, but he's really good. Ashton Genty out of Boise, if he slips a little bit. I'm talking about where we're drafting today. We could move up. So again,
he did drop it.
Yeah,
damn, I'm like behind you guys. Shit.
But again, what I like about, even if we end up picking 9, let's say we get the 9th or 10th pick, that means we're 9 and 10 in round 2. We're 9 and 10 in round 3. It's not just about the first round pick. We're getting 3 top 50 players.
We're not 9th in the 4th round,
or 2 top 50 players. Sorry.
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, that's my dream free agent pickup, Jeffrey Simmons.
Yeah, I mean that would be the best thing. And that I got news for you, Thomas. What's going to happen if we get Mike Vrabel as our head coach? What do you think he's going to do?
Jeffrey Simmons.
Exactly.
Hey, and on top of that, he drafted that was his first.
That's what I was saying. Look at this guy that we didn't want, just running over people.
And Vrabel coached him for the Titans.
How old is Jeffrey Simmons? Let's look it up here.
He was drafted in 2019.
I know he was kicking ass against the Houston Texans this weekend. I watched it.
He's 27. He's young. He's a
Give
beast.
a 3 for him. They could get him for about a 3.
Oh, nice run by
Do
Henry.
it. Bang, bang.
He's still a baby.
I didn't even
still a
check
baby.
I didn't even check my my
Touchdown,
roster because of
Travis
the wedding
Henry.
this week.
I mean, Derrick
Um,
Henry. I'm sorry.
and I
Flag.
don't have any quarterback or anything because bias and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, well, you
Oh,
can tell how much
coming
I'm paying
back.
attention.
Yeah, as a flag.
Oh, really? Oh, and the
Mhm.
first and goal?
Yeah, yeah, you're seeing it.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's talking about quarterbacks this year, but I don't find any of the quarterbacks that great to be drafted.
No, I don't either. Yeah.
I don't.
I think definitely the running
Sanders
back.
is not as good as
Well, that's
everybody
why
thinks
everybody
he is.
is so bent out of shape about like winning yesterday, and we still got a long way to go, people. We're allowed to win a couple games. We were not a 3-win team. Sorry, we weren't.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell everybody here. I'm like, dude, don't you see how many games that's left to go? We ain't gonna be no 3-14 team. You can forget that. You've been smoking crack if you think that. That ain't happening.
Mhm.
That's
Well,
reasons why. That's
Lamar
reasons
just
why.
moonwalked for a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Nice.
That's reasons why I said a while ago. Don't be surprised. By the end of mid-December, we may be right at 500.
Dude, Tyler Linderbaum, like, he moves that ball a lot in the center position. Like
Yeah,
before
we
the
could have
snap.
got him too.
Oh,
And
trust
we
me, I'm
had
a big
money.
Linderbaum fan. Yeah. But I love BB, so I'm good with BB.
Yeah, I do too. The two guys
Chocolate
that I would
letter.
like
There's
to
like a
see the
chocolate that
Cowboys
kind
get
of
is Jeffrey
tastes like a
Simmons, like I
Toblerone.
said, and
Yes.
T.
Has, like,
Higgins from the Bengals, because I don't think they're going to
Yeah.
franchise him.
Yes.
Exactly. You know why I want T. Higgins? When's
Do
the
what?
last time you know why I want T. Higgins and why I've been calling for him? You got a guy in like CD that does his thing, but a guy like T. Higgins is a tall, physical receiver. We haven't had that.
No, we
The
haven't.
last guy that was kind of like that was Alvin Harper, that body
Mhm.
type, and we need that
Yeah.
back.
We
We need a guy that can high
get
point the ball.
we get T. Higgins. We don't have to worry about drafting a wide receiver in the draft next year.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, first things first. As soon as the season's over, let's hire a coach. If you're doing a GM thing, and that happens, fine. Get the GM, get the coach in here ASAP. Don't wait like you did before. Don't wait a week and a half to let Supposedly, they've already interviewed people.
I heard they've already interviewed Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, Vrabel, Belichick. They've even talked to. And they're just listening to people, and that's fine. They're going to hit the ground running. I would love to hire a new owner, a Coyote. He may be stepping back. If he does step back, he'll get the GM, and who knows? Let me ask you guys a question. It's going badly it's going real bad in the 49ers.
Yep.
Bring them here. I know what you're going to say.
I would take them both of them in a heartbeat.
You would take
Me
that.
too.
That's
Because
why
if
you
bring
got to
in
win
Lynch,
when
would
you
you
have
want-
a team.
So would you
Yeah, I'll
want
take the
The
Shanahan?
49ers now.
I'll
You
take
know, I would like John Lynch if we get him. Jerry,
Again, if you can't beat them, have them join you.
Right, exactly.
Like Dion.
And I'll tell you something. Shanahan brings
The same thing with McCarthy.
and it'll make our offensive line a lot better when he
If
brings it.
McCarthy goes, you bring in a different coaching staff.
Mark
Yeah.
thinks he stays.
Well, I mean, yeah, if San Francisco's smart, he stays. They all stay. So, I mean, that'd be a stupid move from them.
Facts, Philly D. Vinny Hagen. Yeah, I don't know, Vin. I saw it. So me and Phil both saw it. It is what it is. I don't know what to think of that. So we'll see. But I would be in on that. He can't win the big game, but he can sure as hell get there. So, change the scenery.
So I was saying two negatives make it positive.
Yeah,
Boom.
exactly.
Can't do it either. Let's not do it together. No,
Let's put it
like
this
that.
way. I'd rather, the more I think about it, I'd rather have a guy like that. I'd rather have a Vrabel. I'd rather over Belichick.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
and he's a Belichick 2.0. Because if
I
you
like,
get a
that
break,
I like that he outsmarted Belichick at his own game. You know, with
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
time
in the
game where he
playoffs.
started doing the penalty, delaying game, and doing that, and Belichick's yelling on the sideline. Like, dude, you did the same exact thing, man. You probably taught him. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
Belichick was mad as hell too.
where'd you learn
He
that from? I learned it from watching you. Remember that old commercial?
Yeah, that punt.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So-
you laughing. I know, Vinny. Yeah, exactly.
So let's see here. You got a 10-7 Chargers over the Ravens and a good game. We got 7
They're
minutes
doing
to
it
go.
good.
in
They're
the half.
manhandling them. They're definitely being very physical. It's almost like the Ravens weren't expecting them to be on them, you know. Even when they're passing, they're just like they're on the linebackers and stuff.
You know, if we trade out of the first 10 this year, if we make the top 10 and we trade down, it's possible we could get somebody's first round next year and second round this
What's
year.
up, Virus? Don't worry, brother.
Well, we'd be able to not only that, but you'd be able to get your first round from this year. First round from now.
Yes.
Second, yeah, you could definitely.
I just don't want to move past 15 or 20. I don't want to go too far down.
Oh yeah.
Um,
It's honestly one of those things. If you can get a good combo thing where you can go 2 trades because you're not going extremely far and you're still dropping to 12 or whatever because you dropped to maybe you were 6 or 7 and then you dropped to 9 and then you dropped to 12, 13, you know? So you get 2 like boom, boom, you know, and you're still picking with great value. I mean, there's always strategies to it, but it's just that was that Jimmy barking in the ear of Jerry at that moment doing those things, or, you know, what was it?
yeah, Ultra. This is the standard that we have set. If we don't have like four Pro Bowlers in any given draft, I would like for any team to match what we do in the draft. Yes, our drafting in the last couple of years hasn't been great, but in 22 Tyler Smith, which they hammered, has done nothing but make Pro Bowls. Deron Bland, and I believe the 4th or 5th round, nothing but make Pro Bowls. And Jake Ferguson, if he didn't, he's banged up now, is better than Dalton Schultz. So I don't see.
I like,
like
going on what you're saying. Like when I was here in your video, you talked about what's his name, Schoonmaker, and how he played this game. Like if we can get that balance with Jake Ferguson,
good.
Yeah, he looked like the tight end that we were drafting. I mean, the one that, hey, I'm blocking during the run, and I go out and catch passes. Like I don't understand where he was getting away from that. He was like, well, I'm going to be injured this week, and then I'm just going to stay over here on the sideline, and then I'm going to drop a pass over here, and then I'll catch a touchdown once, and just to give you a little bit of hope, and then disappear for 5 games. It's like, this is the guy that we drafted. This is what we were thinking he was. I thought coming out, like I love. We talked about it. We talked about Ferguson and how he was going to fit this offense and how he's better than Schultz, and people were like, "Oh, that's crazy" and everything like that. Now look at him.
Sorry.
And we thought, I saw it when he came out looking at his profile in Michigan that Schoonmaker was going to do better, and he was going to be way better at doing the blocking and catching and stuff, and then nothing,
Yeah, I mean, listen, he needs to build off of that Ultra though.
Anyway.
And Mozzie has been playing good. This is where I need my Eagle people to just lay off, man. The dude's been playing good the last few games.
Yeah, yes. He's been in the backfield. He's been holding. You can. You see his power. He knows what he's doing. He's not second guessing himself.
Again, only our guys have to come out and be dominant from word go. We hear all these people saying that Guyton's a bust. No, he's not. He's not a bust, people.
If you put a stud beside Mozzie, I think that solves everything.
Well, exactly. Imagine like a Jeffrey Simmons or a Vita Vea, whoever, somebody big and powerful and young and
because you're going to give Mozzie another off season to lift weights, get stronger.
Do you know who had a good game yesterday? And he got one of the balls was Linville Joseph. When he plays good, they play good because he's next to Mozzie and what's his name had a good game. Phil's guy Osa Odigizua, he had a good game. My guy Golston, who I've told people I've
Ooh,
loved.
man, great
Golston.
interception by
But I mean,
Golston.
he's a good football player. Bring him back. Bring
Yeah, I
him
agree
back.
with you. He's not going to cost a whole lot.
No,
He's
bring him
actually played
back.
pretty good. I agree with you.
He's not going to hurt you. He's not going to hurt
the Dorrance Armstrong to me. Maybe his ceiling's
was
better.
the first thing I was thinking. Yep.
You know, exactly. Well, that's because smart minds think alike.
I would bring Lawrence back if he's cheap enough.
Who?
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yeah. People forget how good he is, man.
He's great. I think he's great.
Back if he's cheap enough, because I don't think he wants to go anywhere at this point in his career.
I don't know if he'll be cheap enough.
I said it last week about D-Law.
He might just want to get out and go win a ring.
Yeah.
You know, D-Law, he's at that age where he's settled down and he got, he's married and he has children, and he don't want to, move his family around like that.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to move his family around like that because, like I said, he's at that age now.
Yeah.
And I can see him, taking a cheaper deal next year.
Well, it's nice to see Nealon getting some playing time.
Yeah, well, Nealon just came back, and from the injury. If he first came back, again, it's no surprise, people, that we get a few guys back and we play better. Oh, my God. It's shocking, right? No, it's not. Now, we did lose Diggs. But Bland looked good. They didn't really test him much.
I didn't throw at him at all from what I heard today.
There was a couple plays, but it was kind of a handoff type situation where, when they run them crossers.
Maybe Dan Quinn kind of fears him a little bit.
Again, rightly so. Nobody wants to hear about injuries, so we're not going to go there. What's up, Chuck? How are you, buddy? We're not going to talk about injuries, Chuck. But that's obviously a major part. My only issue with this team, guys, is when we are like close to, and I was on with Bad Dog, and they're like, they have all these talent and stuff. I was trying to shut up because we didn't have much time, but Dax had all this talent. But I think the organization let themselves down by not adding to it. In free agency, just a piece or two. Nobody's saying go out and make 9 moves. Go out and get somebody studly in the middle, and maybe.
I mean, we all do somewhat of free agency.
Spare none.
Not free
What's
agency,
up?
but some fantasy football. I mean, are you just pick your roster and then you just go forward? You don't ever add anything. You don't ever drop anything. That's just what you do. Like, come on, man. Like, everybody has to do that. If you want to win a championship, even fantasy or anything, you got to drop people. You got to add people. You got to, this is put people on IR. There's and he talks about people can't be able to do his job, but then they simulate something that is really what a lot of Americans or even people across the world do. So I just think that's kind of crazy, the way he talks sometimes. The money, all that stuff is not anything crazy. Madden sticks down that in the game financially, the almost the exact numbers and stuff. So, again, there's people simulations that are doing it and stuff. So he needs to get his head out of his ass and really kind of just start spending some of this money correctly and not the way that he was before, right?
I agree with you 100%.
And and my thing is, start spending this money correctly. What are you scared of? Do somebody got a gun against your head or something?
Exactly.
You didn't used to be like this back in the day.
No, he wasn't nothing like this back in the 90s when he was building that team. He was signing everybody they could sign, but that was a lot of that was Jimmy, because Jimmy had more of a say so. Now the coach don't have no say so. He's more of a puppet. And that's what the difference is.
Whoa. Oh, my goodness. Y'all got to see it. Y'all got to see it.
The third down on what? See, that's the thing is you guys are talking this, and are you listening to the conversation? At no point are we saying we're a playoff team or anything like that. You know it. You know every single guy is a Pro Bowler that's out or stuff like that. Don't sit there and go, oh, they're saying that they're back. And nobody's saying anything like that. So get out of your fantasy of how you're bringing us down or whatever. No, man. We know what we have. We know what we have in IR. We know what we have in a roster, and we know what they need to do. They obviously sometimes don't know what they need to do. But don't sit there and pretend that we've been wrapping up this team all year or something. Get out of here with that, man.
Brian,
Again, nobody's saying we're
Brian,
winning
who
a
you
Super
talking about the
Bowl.
Joneses? Who talking about the Joneses, Brian?
Well, I mean, we didn't say that at the
he's-
beginning. We all knew that this is, hey, man, this is a playoff team
No,
if
we
we're
were talking
healthy.
about the players that were out, and when we get them back, and we add to it this upcoming year. You know, nobody's saying we're not sitting there flexing saying we're going to a Super Bowl. They just want us to be. Oh, no, you're going to be horrible. Well, I got news for you. If we didn't add a piece, we would have, 10 wins this year. I mean, that's just what would happen. But we lost a lot of pieces. That's just an obvious thing. It is what it is, man. Shit happens. This is one of those years. We'll be back. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see who wins the Super Bowl this year. We'll go from
That's
there.
what I'm saying. I'm not concerned at all. I love the
I'm not
roster we're
concerned at
putting
all.
together. You can see where we need to improve. You see some, and as much as stuff like Mukwamu has problems, he still has flashes. I do like what I see out of him. So if the depth part of it, I like him down there learning. If we can replace him with something obviously better, fuck, you go for it. But otherwise, I mean, I definitely like some of the pieces. Now you have a Butler to replace, hopefully, a Mukwamu that will walk away and go join Dan Quinn over there in Washington. Remember, we call it now because that's an obvious move. There's just some guys in Dan Quinn's defense that's going to move over there.
Yeah.
See, he got the Hail Mary interception yesterday to end the game.
Yeah. I like them. I've always have. I think Dan Quinn has held him back somewhat. So, but yeah. So,
well, even every time Butler kind of even did with his thing in preseason, he was flashing some stuff. So, I got to give him credit for that. So, I mean, they do a really good job of finding that deep, draft or undrafted free agency corners. I mean, I got to give them credit on that. But then again, they are cycling through some ones enough to to be figuring it out. So it's just obviously Carson. What are we going to have there? Is that going to be something, or is that going to be just a wasted pick? It is only his rookie year. It's a really tough position. So I'm interested to see what. But are we going to have Al Harris going forward?
What's skipping, Arturo? It says excellent connection. I'm sorry. Here we go. 4th and 1. You think he got it, but it's not. It's not easy. It don't look like it's a given.
I don't know, man. Like, that was a big contract that they gave Daniel Jones. I'm pretty sure they got to eat quite a bit of money, but
yeah, I don't know, Daniel.
No?
$375,000 now.
The what?
That's all it cost you. $375,000. That's it.
Oh, so they went through a big portion of his already in the beginning.
Yeah, he cleared waivers today, so they don't have to pay any of his salary.
Good for both sides, I say. I think Daniel Jones is a better quarterback than what New York has allowed. Just like running back for Barkley, you put him in the right situation, he could have a Sam Donald type of thing. I'm not saying anything, but when you have seen him be able to have some time back there, he's done pretty well.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like I was telling Game Time earlier. You put him with a good offensive coordinator and a good quarterbacks coach, he'll be a different person.
Well, we got a good core set of players there. It's just, they're going to have to get somebody else in there to fix this. But Daniel Jones, he got hit way too much.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I don't want him here, but
exactly.
But he does have talent. I definitely. I mean, if we don't have Rush and we don't have anybody, and I had to pick him up, then I'd be okay with it.
I'd like to see him go to a team. I don't know. Let's just look at it here. Let's
really think about this. Okay,
so I'm pulling up the teams now.
I'm ready for him to be out in the desert.
Back
this
up in Miami.
year, he wants to go to a team that's in contention. So let's pull those teams up. Next
year,
be a
backup in Miami for the Dolphins.
Bring him in a backup.
I like that one. He's one hit away from being Batman.
And then boom.
Yeah. Yeah, he's one hit away from being fucking Batman. Absolutely.
You say the Raiders. I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
No,
But if
not
you want
this year,
to be
though.
comp contention,
He
no.
wants to be. He'll be a free agent after this year. He wants to
Yeah,
be.
so I think you take
he
a
wants
1
to
year
go to
thing
a
and you
team
go,
that has a chance to win.
yeah.
But I think if you go down the list, we say Bills. Now they don't need them. Dolphins, yes, I like that. Dolphins. How about
Buccaneers maybe.
Steelers? I know they got two, but when I don't know. Maybe not the Steelers. Maybe Houston as a backup.
Tennessee.
No, but I'm talking about the team that has a chance to win it this year.
Well, I'm just saying if you put
What
Tennessee
about,
with a quarterback, you might have a chance to win it this year.
They're 3
Well,
and
the
8.
Jets-
So
You might become a
I don't know.
starter in
Already in New
Tennessee.
York. How about the Jets?
Yeah.
What about
Feel like
somewhere
quarterback
like
trash.
what about somewhere like Arizona? They lead the division.
Yeah,
What
Kylie
them-
Murray's better than him.
San
Touchdown.
Francisco. San Francisco
Touchdown.
right now.
He caught it.
Isn't Purdy like hurt?
Who?
What about San Francisco?
Yeah.
Purdy didn't play
There
yesterday.
you go.
Possibility.
Yeah, Purdy was out
How about
yesterday.
Detroit? Who's the backup in Detroit?
Hendon Hooker from Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
That's a good one. That's a good one too.
Maybe the Commandos. I'm just trying to find teams.
Denver.
Minnesota.
What's the name is the backup for the Commanders? Marcus Mariota.
Maybe the
Your boy
Rams.
playing
Maybe the
Panfield.
Rams because he's brittle. Yeah, brittle bone.
There's a lot of people could use him. Let's be real. He has a lot of situations.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Nice catch though. Nice touchdown catch by Rashad Bateman. The Ravens take the lead 14-10 with 24 seconds left to go in the half. Yeah, that was a great catch, Arturo.
Yeah, he didn't give away the position. That was very good.
So Eagles are interested too. Victor, are they interesting? Ravens are interested. Okay. The Birds. He would take the.
So
He would take
he
the.
going somewhere.
Yeah.
If
He
you want
would
to be
take,
the new
Little Hands job.
Little Hands job.
Kenny Flickett. Kenny Flickett. Oh, shit. Oh, man. You all right, Loyal? What are you grubbing on?
Oh no, just
Letting us talk.
watching the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they were lighting up Mark, weren't they, Phil?
Yeah, they were.
They were
watching
lighting
the
his
chat,
ass. I thought
I
that
was
was
like,
a Cilio show.
The people that are coming in from those other chats were just like, "This who did this fool?" Like, I'm being clean, but like it was.
You
It
mean
was-
Mark, you mean?
Yeah, Mark. It was
Some
just.
dude
they
said
were-
I talk too much. I didn't say 15 words the whole stream.
Yeah, you were sitting because they
Oh,
don't stop. They just want automatically jump
Well,
on the other
that's
one.
fine
It's like-
because we had a little bit of time and I was more of a moderator. But like, where are my people shutting that bitch up? Where were you guys? All you mods, nobody stood
it's not
up.
even. It's not even that, dude. It's like people were like, "But you know who channel you on?" Like
Victor,
seriously,
he did? No, I didn't know that. Whatever. That'll never change, right, Phil?
No.
Brian, who's gentleman in the bottom middle of the screen? I told you that's Randy McIntyre. He's a channel member. What? Because Mark. Okay, I can't say that, Bruce. Yeah, like Randy's picture like freaks me out because I think that's him live. I'm like, dude, he's not moving, and then I realize it's a picture.
Yeah, that's my picture.
I'm looking at it.
Oh,
like,
you
this
want
fucking
to
guy is
play the
still-
non-blinking game?
I
Okay,
think he's like one of those guys that that you
Oh,
can
you are
walk up
good.
to
You are
and
good,
you
but
don't
I
know if it's a
got you.
real person or a fake person. Then I'm like, oh wait, that's just a picture. Kyle Pizzle was on his best behavior. Victor, he has been with me. I don't know what it is. But stay tuned. He's going after Mark in some videos. I think he's a trip, and Bad Dog Sports, he's a beast. I was watching some of his play-by-plays. He had 60,000 views the other night, in a Laker game. I mean, this guy's killing
Yeah,
it.
that was. I think it was New York and L.A.
Yeah, he was killing it. So I enjoy
Yeah,
it,
'cause-
but not everybody's cup of tea. But it's my channel, so I don't really care.
Yeah, it was a late night game because the game was out in Los Angeles.
You
I
did
remember
nothing,
that.
Chuck. You did nothing, bro. How you been, Chuck? How are the kids, or is it the grandkids? I thought I don't know if it's your grandkids,
he's
right,
hurt.
Chuck? Who's hurt? Oh,
No, he ran off.
or he was never going to catch me, Arturo. Phil was there. I finally lost it. Just picture the. Just
I went to
picture
go
this.
talk every time, and I'm like,
Just picture. You got Wade driving, right? And what was he driving? I felt like I was in Tony Soprano's car, Thomas. What was he driving? What was Wade driving?
A Lincoln
Phil?
Town car.
like a Lincoln Town.
Oh yeah,
it was
yeah.
saying-
He's and fucking I don't know if he's talking in Stephen Jones, right? Wade is. Mark Holmes is in the front seat riding shotgun, and he wouldn't shut the hell up, and he was talking for Stephen Jones. Literally, this is after the game.
Jerry, yeah.
No, he was talking Stephen Jones, but whatever. Jerry Jones. I thought it was Stephen.
Oh yeah.
but-
I thought you were talking about using his voice. My bad.
Yeah, he was sounding like Stephen Jones. He was trying. We were talking about it, and then he just wouldn't shut up. Me and Phil in the back seat just trying to get a word in edgewise. And it seemed like because of the traffic from the stadium, we actually parked. I don't know. How far was it, Wade? I don't know.
Your stream go offline?
Not far.
No,
Okay.
it's on.
Oh, sure.
Not like 4 miles away.
It was 4 miles away, but because of the traffic, we literally had to drive like 25 minutes to get to it.
Yeah.
So the whole drive there, I'm squished. And Mark is just going on. Or no, we had dropped him off, but by then I was annoyed because I was stuck in between Phil and a damn Sasquatch and
Ward family.
Yeah, the Ward family. And we finally dump off the Ward family to his car, and then we were heading back to the hotel, and we were trying to get a word in edgewise, and Mark just would not shut the fuck up. And finally I said, Mark, and then he got all offended, and he was yelling, I was yelling. It got ugly.
I was
but
laughing.
Mark
I was laughing as they were yelling.
I mean, Phil was laughing.
I was laughing at them as they were yelling at each other.
Yeah,
Like,
Mark was all afraid I was going to say something to
Yeah,
Dak
Phil was
Prescott's
like-
uncle.
Yeah, and Mark raised his voice and said, "You can talk loud. That don't intimidate me."
it's not laughing even.
Yeah,
I
Mark,
said, "Pull
Mark
the fucking
got
car
Dak,
over."
Mark got Dak's uncle on the phone. He
Yeah.
thought I was going to say
Well,
something
me
to
and
him.
Mark were gonna go at it, but if Mark grabs me, I'm in trouble. But he would have to grab me. He would have to grab me. Oh, CZ, it was no joke, dude. I had enough, with the game and then being squished between Phil and the Ward
Oh
family.
yeah,
who's-
man. I was.
he was 6'6".
I sat out like the whole after half, like
And
third
then
quarter
Mark wouldn't
almost.
shut the hell up, and Stephen Jones. It wasn't bad enough that it was Mark. It was Stephen Jones' voice, and
And we were annoyed with Steven and Jerry by that point. because
yeah,
of the-
we're like, just
what we
fucking
just
shut
watched.
up a minute. I need to get my thoughts off. And we didn't care. They didn't care about our thoughts. And Phil didn't care. He was just sitting back. Yeah, CZ, it should have been taped, man. I lost it.
rolled
Mark
my
was
eyes
getting
and
pissed. I'm done. Because, whatever. And Wade was just laughing his ass off under his breath.
Mark was afraid I was going to say something to Dak Prescott's uncle. That shit was funny.
Mark was afraid you were going to bring up Donald Trump again. That's what that was.
I did that on purpose. I wanted to see how.
Yeah, but you didn't realize the scorched earth that was going to cause. So that's
Oh, I
all
knew it. I
That's
knew
all
it.
we'll say on that.
I knew it. I just wanted to see what would happen.
Oh, you saw it.
Did they make the field goal?
Not yet. They ain't kicked yet.
Baltimore.
They-
Baltimore
they
called a
called-
timeout.
Nice of them.
Yeah,
Nice of them.
it was funny.
Yeah, that
man.
shit was funny, man. That was.
was
Hey,
funny.
We don't
Looking
take
back
Mark's
at
shit.
it.
That's why. We was like,
We don't take his shit, and I guess he wants us to bow down to
Even
him.
Phil was telling me at that Ojos Locos table, Wade, stop. Don't do it, Wade.
Oh, it's good.
That was pretty funny though. That was a good time. I had a good time.
That's good.
I had a good time.
yeah, man. I appreciate you dragging us around, man. That was awesome.
Yeah.
I wanted to go to the grassy knoll, but Mark didn't want to go.
Yeah, I want to do all that shit, but whatever. You know, he wants to
I
just
should have just took us there regardless. Like it.
dump his ass out of the grassy knoll and say, "Run."
Yeah, I'd be down there. I'd be down there for the last game of the year when we play the Commanders.
Yeah. Aikman said McCarthy is a good coach for the win yesterday, Vinny. I haven't been watching much. I don't know about you guys. I haven't really been watching a lot of the post-game shit or all the preview stuff. I was for a while, but they're so bad. You know, I get tired of the snarkiness of some people, and I get tired of, you know, like a lot of the .com guys. I'm not going to name names, but it's like, you know, they piss on your leg and you're telling us it's raining. You know, it's like, listen, man, it's not a good team right now. So just stop. You don't need to make an apologist, or it's almost like they're going overboard too. It's like hammering them. I was like, yeah, but we are missing a lot of people. It was just, I'm just kind of over it. Just kind of
The only guys who were laying it on the line were the ticket. Remember, I tuned into them. They were just like, this franchise is a joke.
Yeah, I enjoyed listening to the ticket. I haven't listened to that in years, since when Norm Hitchcock was a regular on the ticket.
Yeah, I mean, they were just talking. You know, of course, they were going in on how Jerry and Steven, the whole curtain thing.
They're not beholden to them. Well, yeah, we're 105.3 the fan, and it has to watch what they say, or they might lose their job. You saw what happened. So, yeah, the ticket can be, you know, non-biased, really.
Yeah.
So. But all right, everybody, I think I'm going to roll. I'm kind of tired. It's been a long day. You know, I think I'm going to call it. It's a 14-13 game. Is that all right with everybody or what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call it.
Yeah, I'm getting kind of tired myself.
I'm getting tired. There's going to be I think it's going to be a nasty, rainy day tomorrow. I'm going to grab something to eat and just chill, relax. And Bruce Banner. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you. Oh, wait. What's that? What's that mean? A TF. What's that mean? I hope, were you mad I'm leaving? I could stay, I guess, but I'm just tired. You all right, Phil?
Yeah, I'm looking at this little thing, and it shows Barkley when he gave the ball away. And then he's talking to the ball guy. He's like, "You got my ball, right?" And he goes, "You gave it away." And Barkley's like, "Oh," like he realized that he gave his historic touchdown away. I just thought it was funny, his reaction. I was looking at it. Man, it's a close game, 14-13. You know, I'm not really surprised. I think Baltimore usually is a more.
Victor wants
From the beginning, they were not a second half team. So let's see what happens here. They've been more of a second half team recently.
Oh.
What the hell was that?
But anyway, so you getting out of here?
A little puppy coming up to me.
I don't know. You guys can go. I'll hang out
I'm
a little
about
bit.
to go to the bar road.
You're going to the bar. I thought you were laying off the booze.
Maybe I'm going to drink water.
You go to a bar and drink water? Where are you going?
Hey.
You going to the old VFW or whatever?
Scotch and water.
Dude, what the hell was that we saw outside the bar?
What?
What the hell was that was in the road, Phil? Do you remember that? Was that a mountain lion?
I was a coyote.
That fucking thing was huge.
Yeah, it was.
Oh yeah, thanks, Arturo. Just grab the baby, the baby oil on your way over. Weirdo. Yeah, man, that fucking thing was huge. We were walking into a bar that Jack Ruby owned. You said, is that what you said?
Oh, you went to the Jack Ruby bar?
Yeah, O'Malley's.
Oh, yeah, that's it. O'Malley's, yeah. O'Malley's, yeah.
Live down there in Oak Cliff.
That ain't what it used to be called, though. I forgot what it was called, though. It was something else.
Yeah.
But Jack Ruby owned a bunch of clubs.
You know his real
around
name was Jack Rubenstein. He was Jewish. Rubenstein. I was watching. I went down a rabbit hole about that house that's still sitting there, where what's his name? The dude who shot him.
Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah, Lee Harvey Oswald.
Y'all check out the book depository.
We went by there. It was nighttime, and Wade was driving. I think it was me, Phil, and Wade, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think Mark was in the car now. And it was cool. It looked exactly the same. Now, I didn't know Wade, but on the road, if you're ever by there, there's like supposedly an arrow of where the bullet hit. Right
Yeah, they got it.
They got X's on the street.
They got it marked in the road.
Yeah, you didn't show me that. What kind of
and then the
tour guide
park
is that?
next to it looks exactly the same.
Get out. I'll
Ely
get run
Park.
over. It'll be X on my spot. There's where Brian got clipped. But we had a good time. Phil, I like the idea of what he said. We were right by the old, the lot where the stadium was. I would have liked to have gotten a video. It just seemed like when we were moving, it was always the dead of night.
Yeah.
But I thought it was cool when Phil took a leak in Jerry Jones's backyard. I thought that was cool.
I like to leave a part of me behind everywhere I go.
He's pissed on Jerry Jones's backyard and brought the candlestick and Wade's
What life's about, man. What can you leave behind?
Victor, I would love to cut Lucas Oil. Loyal.
If I knew it was going to be this kind of a season, I would have probably
Just don't get on that
drank a little
escalator.
bit more.
If you don't like heights, that escalator is huge.
Is it really?
Oh my god.
Really?
Fly up it.
Huh?
Go fly up it.
And that thing was like. Maybe it was because it was so open. Because I mean, Tampa Bay, its escalator was kind of big too, but you couldn't really see down. I just
I'm
looked straight
watching
up.
the highlight now of the Cavante Turpin return. That was crazy.
I know.
Good
Watch
one,
the spin
man.
move.
Jesus Christ.
How many
Good
Cowboy
job.
fans cursed him right when he dropped that?
And then right
thing?
here, when we have 4 people surrounded Terry McLaurin and none of them wanted to make a tackle.
Mhm.
And then he misses the extra point.
Oh,
Yeah.
bullshit.
And McCarthy just said, fuck you,
True.
Jerry. There goes draft picks.
Yep.
And then Wanye takes it to the house. Dude, that game was not going over, and all of a sudden it went way over.
Okay, I get to see the return now. Oh, like Chris Berman. What?
Yes.
Nice.
Looks like Madden all over again.
See, that McLaurin thing was McQuamu, man.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Well, that's cool, Chuck. His oldest and middle daughters got to perform on Lucas Oil Stadium. Yeah, I'll get there. What's up, Mark Hutchton? I'll have your wife's stuff. My wife threw a couple extra things in there for her, so it'll go out tomorrow.
Oh, them Niners.
Everybody's stuff's going out in the morning. Loyal, your stuff. I think I don't know. There's like 5 different people. All your stuff's going out, so it's finally going out. Sorry. So I think Loyal. Who else was it? Vinny Hagen. Your stuff's going out. So I got to go to the bank. My bank. I had a Commerce Bank, and I had Republic. Sorry, I had Republic Bank. And it was taken over by Fulton Bank, and I can't access my business account. Nothing. It's ridiculous. So, but
Yeah, go back in there and do stuff.
I did last Wednesday, and they said I will send you an email. Sometimes it takes a couple of days. Well, I still haven't gotten it. So I need to go back in there this Wednesday. That's my next day off. I'll run up there and try and get it. But I'm going to get the hoodies going soon. So everybody stay tuned on the hoodies. I know everybody's been asking about hoodies. So we're going to do it. But I need to be able to access my account first before I do anything. So there it is, Tina.
Okay, that's the one where you play the guitar.
No.
Johnny Depp.
Oh, yeah. Bones Fossil has to go. Yeah, Bones. Well, listen.
I like Bones.
I like him. It's just a little annoying with those fake.
He's a little
punts.
annoying. He does like 9
He
good
needs to eat
things and he does
a
one
steak.
stupid thing. Like, so I mean, you gotta take the good with the bad with him, you know. But like, it's usually the ratio is way better good than it is
Right.
bad. I mean, otherwise we just had bad special teams before, you know.
Yeah. But listen, I know you guys want me to hang out, but I'm getting tired. And like I know the boys, most of us are tired. So I'm gonna call it. So let's do a last call here. We'll start at Loyal and we'll end at Randy. Let's give us your thoughts leading into the Thanksgiving Day game. So what do you, Loyal? Go ahead and be honest.
Oh,
what do you want?
we'll win. I
No,
mean,
what do you want to
Giants are in
happen?
full tank mode.
They don't have to tank. They stink, but yes, they're.
But I'm
in tank.
saying they're still.
Yeah.
They officially announced when they got rid of Danny Dimes, that made it clear that they're in tank mode.
Thanks,
so.
Vinny.
I mean, it'll be a win, I guess, but you already know how I feel about that.
Yeah,
but
yeah. All right, how about this? How about we win on Thanksgiving and we don't win again?
But see, that's the problem. We'll probably beat the Bengals and the Panthers
No,
too.
we won't. Mark said we're beating the Bengals. We're not beating the Bengals. Then again,
I mean, yeah, it's a 50-50 on that one, I think too.
What do we know? Like if we get Diggs back and you got Diggs, Bland, Jordan Lewis playing, you get D-Law back, then we could go on a run. Oh God.
Oh God. Listen
Go on
to
a
you.
run and make the playoff. That'd be
Hey,
good.
don't talk like that. Don't talk like that.
Be one and done again.
Don't
I don't got
bring
time
that
to
up.
jack with you today. No.
You're gonna talk about playoffs? Playoffs?
Have a good night, guys.
Playoffs. All right, man. Thomas, what's your thoughts, bro, before we get out of here? What do you want on Thanksgiving?
Turkey.
Yeah, you're muted.
You're muted.
so-
You're muted. You're actually muted that time. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going
all
off.
right. Well, you enjoy your mute and your
doing it.
turkey.
Oh, he really
Randy,
means
go
it.
ahead, bro.
Dude,
What do
man,
you
look at him.
What are you thinking on?
I think
Thomas, you're on mute, dude.
we're going to crush the Giants. I mean, that's not even going to be a game. That's, but I think after that, I think we may win one more game after that. And then
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't think it's gonna get
I
too
think
bad.
so too.
yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we pick in the top 10, I'm happy.
Boom. I think it's possible.
Wade, go ahead, bro. Give it to me.
What do I want?
Yeah, what do you want and what do you think's? Yeah, what do you want? Go ahead.
I want the Cowboys to get blown out.
Yes, I love it.
I need the Cowboy. I need a meltdown at Jerry World again.
I actually wouldn't. Oh, man,
It is true. We're playing at home, so you never know.
I
You
wouldn't
haven't
mind
won.
having a good game, and all of a sudden, like Eli Manning, they make a drive with a shit show Tommy Cutlets to win the game, and everybody's stunned. That would be kind of cool, but not really. But I mean, I see where you're coming from. All right, Thomas, unmute and give me your thoughts.
What's that? What's that? Did you take them out?
Put your hammer away first, Thomas.
Yeah, I already did.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, we didn't hear it because you were muted.
Oh, well,
and put your hammer away. Yes.
I just want some good. I just want some good Thanksgiving food and
Yes.
a few shots of tequila and a win.
Nice.
Those are the three things I want.
There you go. There you go. Well, there you have it, everybody. I'm back to work tomorrow. It's going to be a rainy day, I think, so I'm not looking forward to that at all. So, and then I'm off Wednesday, Thursday, and I will talk to you. So I'll be around. So, without further ado, thanks for hanging out with us, and we are out of here. Peace out. See you, everybody. Bye.
See ya.